everybody. Welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm Naomi, your host, the Brickanista, based in Seattle. And I'm really excited today because I was able to secure these sunflowers. Yes, we got these sunflowers, and that's what we're going to be doing for Thrifty Thursday. So for those of you who are new to the Brickanista Broadcast Network, Thursday nights is when I focus on sets that are $20 or less. And welcome. Good to have you here, Glenn Copeland. Howdy. How are you? Good to see you. In fact, you rummages for his flowers set. Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'll kind of stretch and talk about a few things while you go get that. So yeah, that's awesome. It's always great when people are able to kind of build along at the same time. And if you want, Glenn, if you want to tag along too, I can send you the link to the StreamYard set. But I think at night, because Glenn's in Texas, so he's 2 hours ahead. So he probably just wants to listen and build at the same time. But really, really exciting. For those of you who've been following the review shows that we've been doing for Lego Masters Season 3, OMG, this Friday, tomorrow. So this week has just been jam-packed. Tuesday, we had the review of Lego Masters, the pirate episode. So you probably remember I was dressed in a pirate outfit. Surprise, surprise. And then, so that was Tuesday. Thursday is Thrifty Thursday. Friday, we're having Ethan and Dom, who are going to be joining us, two of the contestants from Lego Masters Season 3. And then on Saturday, I have a Builder Insight show with Chris Chalice and Jaden Chalice. And Chris Chalice, for those of you who don't know, is a Guinness World Record holder for building stacks of bricks in the fastest amount of time. And I believe he did that one-handed too. We'll learn more about that on Saturday. And Saturday is a new time for me because Sundays I have some conflicts with work. So for the next 2 months, we'll be doing pretty much a Thursday, Friday, Saturday show. So anyway, as we start winding down the year, I have been so excited to be able to share with you that we've had a really nice arrangement with Endemol Shine, where we have been vetted by them to be able to participate in some of their debriefs after the shows. And the other thing that they're going to be announcing, or I should say they've already announced already, is that they're getting ready to cast for season 4. So for those of you who are interested in being on the show, now is the time to start polishing up your skills, showcasing some of your really good work. And I know there's several people here who I think would be amazing on that show. Some of you have asked if I'm going to participate, and I've thought about it. There might be an opportunity for me, but I don't think I've already applied twice, and I don't know if I want to go through that process again, quite frankly. The pirate episode was sad for you? Oh, because Liz wasn't there. Yeah. Well, Liz was there, but yeah. So for those of you who don't know already, our review shows that are on Fridays, there will be spoilers. And we've already talked about that episode with the pirates, and it's unfortunate, but I think too what is hard just to watch is that, you know, they were the last all-woman team that was going in towards the end, and it's just sad to see them go. So, but they did such a great job representing Boston, representing the community of women builders. We're really proud of them and very thankful that they put them on and they represented them well, because as you know, you never know what the editors are going to do. So thank you, editors, for making this season a really positive season, because it hasn't always been that way. And really glad that everybody was represented in a very positive light. So thank you, Fox, for doing that. That's awesome. Now, I will say that I have interviewed twice. Clearly, I wasn't on the episodes. So I guess they just weren't looking for somebody of my type. One thing that you'll notice is that, and this has been very open with several of the contestants who we've interviewed, is that they often are looking for a certain kind of person. You heard this already when we interviewed Michelle and of Tacos and Michelle, and Michelle found tacos, and then they went through the interview process and they did really well. And I think that it goes back to there's a saying that Emily from Emily mentioned at BrickCon, and she mentioned that it's just like when they're creating an orchestra, that the orchestra, if they're missing an oboist, they look for an oboist. And if you don't play the oboe, it doesn't matter if you're the best pianist, the best flautist, the best violinist, it won't matter because that's not what they need for the orchestra. So when you look at it that way, it's a show too. It doesn't mean you're a bad builder. And I think one of the hardest things for anybody when they go into a competition is that nobody likes to be rejected or nobody likes to be ghosted. And nobody likes to have to think that their value is mandated on whether they go on the show. So my message to everybody out there is that you're all great builders. We're all great builders. And it's a show. So if you need some positive reinforcement, find some people that resonate with you and keep building, keep creating. Don't let that anything like that dwindle your spark because you're all amazing people and you all do such great work. So remember that. Okay. Now that I'm off of my soapbox, I do want to say that I'm really grateful to have this platform to be able to share with you some of the things that I enjoy about Lego. And some of you who've watched me either live or on video on demand, I always focus on sets that are affordable because a lot of that has to do with how I grew up. That I did not have a lot of Lego when I was growing up. I came from a working class family and we couldn't afford Lego. So I'm just very grateful to be in a position now where I can buy Lego. And here we have my down camera. Oh no, did it freeze? No! Oh man. And this goes to show you that we have low production values here at the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Yay, we're back. Okay. Aloha! How are you, Vicarious Brickstress? Good to see you. Yeah, we were just talking about how, Lego Masters, people love to be on that show, and it's awesome that they can showcase some amazing builders. But if you don't get on the show, it doesn't mean you're not a good builder. It means that just you weren't the right builder at the right time. And you can always be a great builder around your friends and just find the people who, resonate with you. Now you're probably wondering, what is this? So I want to thank PT McEwen again. Many of you know I'm known for the Super Sewer Baby builds, and I haven't done one in a long time. And I was thinking about this, the colors. The Super Sewer Baby has the same colors as the sunflowers. But I'm not sure if I'm going to open this blister pack. I have lots of sewer babies, so I may just add him in later. We'll see. Okay, so this is 191 pieces and $12.99 for the set, so very reasonable for people. And I feel that some of the botanicals are a great way to have something small that you can give to people that is a nice gift, or you can make it for them ahead of time, and they never wilt. They're always there to be around to bring you joy. And tell me if the music is okay. I have a YouTube playlist in the background. I'm trying to do something a little different. Oh, look at this. Okay, so first little bag, you'll notice that they have these orange wrenches. Wow, that's a lot of wrenches in there. So that's going to be important. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the side over here. I was reading somewhere, since we were talking about ghosting, I was reading that there's a country that's actually going to be passing some legislation about how ghosting is illegal. So if you're dating somebody and you don't want to continue in the relationship, you can't just ghost them. You have to actually tell them something. I think that's interesting that they're recognizing that it causes psychological damage, to people. It's like, you can't like build somebody's ego up and then all of a sudden, take that away. And I think that's one of the reasons why several people have chosen not to participate in that, in the Lego Masters. But that's, like I said, there's a lot of really wonderful people who I think really deserve to be on. What is this? Oh, uh, orange. Orange is your favorite color? Okay, so look at this. Look at all those orange wrenches. I know. This is great. So you're going to have to get some of these flowers. You didn't think you wanted that set until now? Thanks a lot, Burkinista. You're welcome. Well, that's part of the reason why I do this, because I focus on some of the smaller sets because there's always a lot of streamers, tons of streamers, that focus on the larger sets. And part of the reason why I focus on the smaller sets is I can afford this. I can't afford like the new Eiffel Tower one that they just came out with. Here's some more yellow and orange. So there you go, Vicarious Bricksters. You're going to really love this pack as a parts pack. You can hardly type. Hey, no problem. And like I said, this is kind of a place where we can just chill and chat. I used to call this the Brickanista Buildin' Yak many years ago. It's hard to believe it's been 2 years since I started streaming. But I had called it a Buildin' Yak, that we would get together and just yak about Lego. And over the years, this has evolved into Thrifty Thursday. I have a Builder Insights segment where we actually interview builders or people who are related to the Lego industry. I'm super, super excited because I'm really hoping, I'm fingers crossed, we'll have a chance to interview some of the production people behind the Lego Masters series. So, okay, so you probably remember, if you've built any of the other floral arrangements, that these like steering wheel type of parts are very important, because you have this axle that goes in through the bottom, and then these act as a place for the flower to attach to. You're going to have to run to the bathroom. I'm so excited. Okay. Brick Jedi is here. You want to get this set? Yeah. I called ahead and I couldn't believe it. When I went to the store today, it's Thursday, right? It's Thursday, the 10th of November, and the store was packed. And I usually go, I don't know, 6:30, 7 o'clock on a Thursday if I'm getting ready for a stream. And I have not seen it that packed. And they said, yeah, they're starting early as far as Black Friday and all of that. I stay away from the malls when it comes to that time of year. And that's only going to be in a couple weeks. I can't imagine. So here's some of the leaf pieces. And as you can see, these leaf pieces have that little bar at the end. So that's convenient. So being able to attach those. I think if I remember right, the Orchid had some of these as well. And then I just love these axle extenders that are in dark green, the forest green. And you have quite a few of these. So I'm just going to set some of these aside. What's great about this set is that there's not a lot of colors and there's not a lot of really, really tiny pieces, with the exception of these wrenches. So being able to know this isn't that hard. But you can see we have lots of dark green extenders. Now the question is, I would think there'd be more axles in here, but I don't see a lot of axles. The only axles I see are these 3 light bluish gray, and then we have a bunch of red ones. So we'll see how that turns out. I was expecting some longer axles. Let me just make sure I didn't leave anything in the box. Nope, box is empty, as you can see. Okay. So this set comes with enough to build two. So if you are a parent and you have two kids, you can easily, separate this out so that two can work at this at the same time. So that's another thing is that if this is a $12.99 set and you have two kids at home, or you have four kids at home and you buy two sets, you can split it up and then everybody can participate. It isn't too much out of your pocket, and it could be a fun little family event to do. All right, so first thing they want is two of these, which, like I said, you're going to be working in parallel with this set. Okay, now this is interesting. Here, I'm going to show you the photo because this may be a little tedious. You get to watch me do this, but essentially it's one of these oar paddles. So you've got these oar paddles, and then you have the orange wrench. And then all of those are going to go around this center piece. So this little piece here. So 24. Wow, that's a lot. This is when you start singing like row, row, row your boat, right? I don't know if there's any way to do this without it being, well, I guess, we'll just chit chat for a little bit. And we're going to talk more about the episode tomorrow. We have Ethan and Don coming to talk about it and talk about, first of all, awesome twist. It was a double twist night. I'll just say that. Double twist night. And I'm not sure how to think about it. A part of me is kind of like really glad of the outcome. And another part of me is like, oh, I wonder if that was a last minute decision or if that was the plan the whole time. So they've really thrown some curveballs. But I think they're down to 7 or 8 teams. So it's going to get down to only the last, I think it's 14 episodes that they have in total. And we're only halfway through. We still have another half of the season. Now, I have been told that there is going to be a Christmas special coming up on the 19th. And as you know, the schedule got all whacked because of Major League Baseball. And of course, baseball is an important sport in the United States. And I also like baseball, but I think I like Lego better. I have to admit. So I'm doing this in rows of 6, as you can see here. So that's 12 that I've done already. That's not too bad, considering, when you think about that. 7 teams left. Yes, thank you for confirming. Yeah, we were all sad to see Liz and Aaron go because, they're people we know and people we've grown to know through Sortlug. But I mean, what an honor to be selected and invited to be on the show. So, and it's not easy. I will tell you, it's not a cakewalk. They have to do mock challenges. They have to, go through the interview process, and it's very competitive. That's the other thing is that you have a lot of people around the country and now in Canada. So it's not just the US anymore. Now you have all the Canadians too, who are all part of this. Yeah, so I know Remy and I have talked about this. It's like, well, if Canada starts their own show, does that mean we get to participate as well? Do we get to send builders up there? Maybe. I mean, who knows? Who knows what things are going to evolve? But I'm just glad that we have a forum to be able to talk about them. That's the beauty of streaming, is that you do have that platform. Okay, so what if you haven't noticed, what I have been doing here is I've also been lining these up in the same direction so that when I put them together, hopefully they'll be a little bit more symmetrical. And there's 24. So right now I've got 3 rows of 6. So I'm going to make 3 rows of 8, and then we'll have our 24. But yes, if you like orange wrenches, this is the set for you. Yeah, and once again, I think that the cool thing about just the community as a whole. When I spoke with Carrie and Patrick, they had talked about Brandon and Greg, how they saw that they were struggling to put their module onto the space station just from the very first episode. And Greg jumped in and said, "Hey, I've got this." So he held it steady for them so they could connect their module. I mean, that just shows the fellowship and the kindness that people have in the community, which is awesome. Okay, so there you go. There's 24 of these, and we're going to be putting these into a pattern going around this. And like I said, I just made them in the same direction. I don't know if that's going to make it look too symmetrical or not, but I think, I mean, these are good techniques to learn. The other thing that's kind of cool is that, you can make these petals a little more natural by not making them exactly the same as far as how far in they go. But these paddles, so if you're looking to make a mock, these paddles are also great for ships because I can make a ship out of almost anything. That's why that pirate episode really spoke to me. Because if you've watched me on mock improv, or watched me on the Rebrick This challenges, I usually make a pirate ship out of whatever's in the box. I don't know why, just something that I do. And that's why it was great when we did the review show. It's like, oh, I have another reason to wear my pirate outfit. I went as a witch this year, so I wasn't able to wear my pirate outfit. That's why it makes me wonder when you see people who have all kinds of costumes at home. It's like, where do you find the time and the appropriate location to wear some of those? I guess if you're in LA, you can always go to Disneyland because they have the Galaxy's Edge. So if you have a lot of Star Wars uniforms, for example, you can always go out there. This is a little difficult when you get right here on the edge of the ridge, and you can tell my spacing. I might have to space this out a little bit more, but this is coming together pretty nicely. You can see, really beautiful. And like I said, I have all the oars pointing in the same direction. You could certainly switch them up a little bit, and I'm just going to arrange these a little bit just to even them out. But like I said, it's like nature isn't perfect. So don't stress out if you feel like, no, there's so many on this side and I need it to be exact. I was talking to somebody about how they like to have the Lego icon, facing the same direction. Quagsire, how are you? What are you doing over here? Instead of Twitch. Good to have you. Yeah, did you miss me because I haven't been streaming over there? Yeah, I have things happening on Sundays, so I can't stream on Sundays. So I probably will throw in a stream or so sometime. I just have to figure out the schedule. Well, fudge, I can't find a sunflower set, so you're on your own. Oh, that's okay. No worries. I'm sure when you find it, you'll come back here. So yeah, so Quagsire, thanks for coming over here. Yeah, the other news I have, for those of you who didn't hear the announcement when I said it earlier in the week, these streams that are on YouTube, they are now, some of them are on IMDb. So my guests get now an IMDb credit for being on my show. Yeah, so one thing that's been kind of weird is that Lego Master Season 3, um, earlier on in the week, they had the names of the contestants. So we were talking earlier about Liz, and I was going to add, her guest appearance on my show, but I can't add her just yet. They've like yanked the contestants' names for some bizarre reason, but we can do it for Season 2, so that's not a problem. The petals look like corn kernels. You still thinking about candy corn from Halloween? Well, there's still, we have the center section that we still need to do too. But Yeah, we had that conversation too on mock improv. That on mock improv, Spot the Magic Ninja was asking, "What's your favorite candy, Halloween candy?" And quite a few people said candy corn. Not for me. I'm not a big candy corn fan, but I do like Smarties. So I have like a whole bag of Smarties that I've been gradually going through. Okay, so for some reason, this section here, you can see that there's a little bit of a, it's harder to put things onto this portion to get it even. It just kind of moves to the right or left of there. So you may have a gap, but you know, it's a flower. Flowers have natural gaps and things. You need it to be exact. Precision brings me joy. Well, I for some reason I was able to do it here. So that one is like dead center. But when I try to do it on this side, it won't, I shouldn't say it won't let me. It's being very finicky. Maybe there we go. Okay. I just needed to be patient. But that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. And like I said, I have the oars facing the same direction. Um, I'm moving these deliberately in different directions just to kind of give it a more organic look. But you can always straighten them out if you like when you get yours. But yeah, it's very, very cute. So you can see. All right. So that's one. We have two to do. But before I do that, let's show you how the center is done. Okay, so we are going to be, now this piece I have seen in black and gray. I have not seen it in this like dark nougat color. So this is different. Oops, I missed the piece. This was put green in here. Hold up. Yeah, they want me to put a green 2x2, which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's hidden. It's got that 2x2, and then we're going to put that on, and it's hidden, but I guess you get the little dark green, so that's not too bad. Oh, no, no, no. It depends on your build to be exact when I build. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't need your build to be exact, just my builds. Yeah, no, no problem. You could tell mine isn't exact. So I deliberately put some of the petals up and, you know, move things around. You know, everybody, you do you. Don't worry about what other people do or what other people think. Okay, so Vicarious Bricksters, you're gonna like this. We have these yellow and these orange lily pads. Oops, where's the other lily pad? I thought I saw an orange lily pad. Oh, they're not lily pads. We have these clips. So it's an orange 1x1 with clip. So apparently we have 4 of these that need to be attached. So I'm gonna just, yeah, this is a very cheerful set. Many, many years ago, I may have mentioned this on a stream already, but I used to love yellow, the color yellow when I was in high school. And I painted my room bright yellow. And I had a yellow mattress. I mean, this color, bright yellow. And, you know, my parents were like, "Are you sure you want everything yellow?" It's like, "Yes, I want everything yellow." Okay. So now, okay, this is interesting because they want this on the corners. Okay. So this, let's make sure I'm looking at this properly. I believe we have this going here. Yep. So this is going into the center. Sushi at 10:30. Okay. just this different. Okay. All right. So the next thing is we're doing the same kind of pattern. So you see how we have these, the 1 by 1 clip, but now we're using a yellow 1 by 2 with an end clip and then putting 2 of these leaves in the middle. So this is an interesting technique. I have not seen this done this way. And then this will go into the center here. Ah, I see. I wonder if they want this behind. We're gonna just make it kind of even. So I'm putting these, you can see on the side view, I'm putting these behind and these in front. Very cute. And like I said, I have not used this technique before. So that's part of the reason why you want to do some of these, because then you get to learn the techniques that you can use in your builds later. Orange. I have no idea what a Pele Pay accent is, right? Orange. Okay. Are the ore and petals the same color as these three labeled parts? I think actually this is a different orange. It's like a yellowish orange, and then the petals and the 1 by 2s are the lighter yellow. I think these are the original yellow, and it's just a slight change of color. It's hard to tell with this lighting, but it's just slightly different. This has a little more orange in it. The 3-leafed ones are bright light orange. Yes. Yes, got satisfying symmetry. Yes, that's true. And, for those people who like things to be, symmetrical, this is the set for you. This is definitely a good set for that. I do like this technique, and I like the fact that this piece now comes in this dark nougat color. That's nice. But you can see how this is coming together. It's really nice. Oops. Oh no! The petal broke. A different kind of oh no. This time it wasn't like flying off of my table. But this one, it's weird. This is like the clutch power was not as good. There, that's better. Okay. All right, we should have just one more to do. I need a 1 by 2. There it is. Okay, so 1 by 2 with the 2 leaves. Yeah, so for those of you who watched the episode last night, Camp, was it Click and Brick? Yeah, Camp Click and Brick. Really fun episode. And we're going to talk more about it tomorrow, so I don't want to give away too much. But if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it tonight so you can participate with us later. Bright light orange equals flame yellow orange. You're fluent in Bricklink TLG color names. Okay. The Lego group. Yep. Indeed on the color names. Yep. I have not seen last night's yet. You're going to do that after this. Okay. Yeah. Go watch the show. There is a double spoiler in there, a double twist. A double twist is in there. So you gotta watch it. And I won't, like I said, I won't give it away because that's for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the spoiler show. Okay, so now these handy dandy extenders are going to come into play. All right, so let's do this. We do have these angled ones that have the Technic hole in the middle. We have a couple of those, and we also have, if I can find it, we should have an angle. I guess it's in black. I was looking for dark gray because sometimes the directions are a little deceiving. Here, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm looking at this, and that to me looks like dark gray, but it's actually black. So we're good. Okay, so this is going to go into here, like that. Okay. And I must have missed a step. Where's the brown? Okay, yep, I skipped ahead. This is what happens when pages stick together. All right, so we have this dark green 2x2. This is a great parts pack. I will say that too. Just getting this dark green is also super cool. And this is going to go into the center like that. And then the brown will go here. Look at that. Oh, how cute is that? So cute. That is adorable. Electronic pages never stick together. That's true. You're going to watch too? Fast forwarding through the drama and the commercials. Yep. You're going to be at work during the recap. Okay, no problem. But you can see, isn't that cute? This is so cute. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the other one because you can see we still have all these stems and all these oars, but I can tell that this I might have to get a couple of these. This is so sweet. And then, like I said, if you're working on this with your family at home, get a couple sets and you can subdivide it. You can work on 2 of these at the same time. So we will go back. Remember, we have this. And we have the wrenches. So this is, I know, not, this is where if you're watching this on replay, this is where you're going to be doing, and you're going to be saying, yeah, we're going to fast forward through this while Brickanista puts these together. In fact, one thing I may be doing is I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it with this video because there's too many shadows in here. You can see the shadows. I have to change the lighting. But I'm thinking about doing some shorts where I just do fast forward of me building. I mean, I have all the videos, so I mean, I might as well, right? Then you can have a compressed version of me doing that. Are you okay, girl? My dog is right here. She's like staring at me. Do you need to go outside? Are you okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need to go underneath the table? No? Okay, there she goes. Yeah, so if you haven't seen, Brick and Nick just recently posted a little mini corgi that he made. And I was talking about speed building, and it's a short that he put onto Instagram. And I told him, I said, yeah, I'm thinking I might do that with the colors of my corgi because it's a very cute model that he put together. But nothing comes close to the one in person. One girl. Yeah, I was talking to Eric, who him and his family take care of Quesero, and I have to be out of town, or if I have an event that I have to go to for the day. And when I went to pick her up, she howled. She doesn't howl often, but she howled twice when we were there. At least one of those will go into your cart for the tribute to Lego House promo. Oh, yeah. You should get at least one. I'm thinking I might go back and buy another one because these are just super, super sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm really thankful that I live so close to a Lego store. I mean, I called them up today about this set, and I just said, "Hey, do you have any sunflowers left?" And I said, "Can you put one aside for me, please? I'll be in later today." I mean, they all know me now, so it's kind of like they know I'm a regular. And since I do Thrifty Thursday, I like to have a set kind of that I have in mind. As you know, I've done a couple of the postcard sets. Those are a great deal too. I'm going to have to get Beijing. So maybe that'll be next week. Maybe we'll do Beijing next week. Or if you have a suggestion. The other thought I had too, I'm going to start looking around, but there might be some builders who have put directions out for their different models. So I was thinking that might also be a nice way to mix it up for Thrifty Thursday is to to buy the directions for somebody's model and then source the parts and then build it on stream. So I'm thinking about ways to change the stream up for 2023. Okay, so I think we've got all of those in place. So yeah, so this is a perfect thing for um, if you're doing any kind of video streaming, is that you can set this up to go fast forward. In fact, for any of you watching this on the replay, you can put this in double time. And you can see me put this together very fast. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So essentially you're putting 12 on each side, or, attempt to as best you can. Because like I said, this is the one part that is a little harder, is right where the junction is for the wheel. But it's still pretty nice when you look at it that way. This reminds me of that symbol that you see, the sun symbol you see in some Zuni jewelry. This looks like it could be good for a turkey. You put that on the back of the turkey or the front of the turkey. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make a turkey out of this. Uh-oh, you're grumbling? You're grumbling because of the sunflowers? You can't find them? Caught wind of it somewhere. No pics yet. Around $220 to spend. Oh, okay. That better be a heck of a set. Well, I hope you find your sunflowers, because this is a fun little set to work on. If you find it by tomorrow, then you can build it on the shortcut tool. Yeah, so I have been, like I said, I've been just really grateful for having the community here. And I think that, Lego Masters has been great also to bring in new AFOLs in the community. I think a lot of us who've been in the AFOL community for many years, we were happy to see a group of people who love this hobby, and now we're not alone, right? People start when you first tell somebody you like Lego, they kind of look at you like, "Aren't you a little old for Lego?" It's like, no, you're never too old for Lego. So now you have more adult fans of Lego who are getting into the hobby, and some of them want to be on the show. So the show has also added to that. People are, clamoring to be on the show. I'm happy to interview the people who made it on the show. That's my thing. And I think we do a pretty decent job. Uh-oh, that one just like popped right off. We haven't been knocked off the air. YouTube hasn't kicked us off. So since they haven't kicked us off, I think we're okay. The hazards of having offsite storage and poor inventory control. Oh, I see. No kidding. I wanted the one that sold out, the Lego, the sold at the Lego house so badly. I bought all the pieces on Pick a Brick and then old build bricks and pieces, and you build it at least once a year. Oh wow, wow, that's hardcore. That's hardcore. But like I said, I am going to do some research about finding sets that are still $20 or less, but this would be for builders who have a collection already at home, because then, they have the ability to source the parts and build it. The traditional Thrifty Thursday is pretty much what can you buy at a Lego store or at a bricks and minifigs store, mom and pop shops for $20 or less. Okay, so just remember what we did earlier. We have these orange 1x1s with the clip on the side. Yeah, so we're just repeating. You've never noticed adverse reactions? to telling people that Lego is for me, but that might be my cis het white guy privilege and tall, 6'2". Well, I mean, I don't know. I think part of it too is that, there's all kinds of hobbies that you could do, like woodworking, and you could do clay or, you know, crochet, painting. I mean, there's lots of different hobbies that are out there. And I think that when people start to realize that this is really an art form, I mean, there's some amazing artists out there. That's why it's kind of sad sometimes that some of them don't get recognized the way they should. But when they do, it's always wonderful to see it all come together. Okay. So remember, this is what we did earlier for the center. And now we have our 1x2s. So this will be a relatively short stream compared to last week. Most of it's repetition. Yeah, being tall has its advantages. You should be lucky about that. I feel that it's an advantage. Like the other day when I was at the grocery store, I had to grab something from the top shelf, right? And I was able to do that. And a Texan, a tall Texan. Yeah, I guess that helps too. Well, Remy will be out in your neck of the woods, Glenn. Maybe the two of you will be able to meet because he's supposed to be relocating out to Dallas sometime in 2023. I think he said January. I think I love this technique the best. Just layering these 1x2s with these lily pads. I have a ton of green ones. So I think I'm going to see if I can use those green ones in a similar pattern sometime. Okay. All right. So now, let's see, where's my. We have 1x2s and then this here. There we go. Yeah, I always have a hard time lining up these 2x2s. There we go. All right. See, look at that. That is so cool. Cisgender is a term used to describe a person whose gender identity corresponds to their sex assigned at birth. Oh, right. Ah, Obi-Wan. Yes. Obi-Wan is all knowing. Okay. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Locked in. May the clutch be with you, my friends. Since you said Obi-Wan. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. So cute. So cute. All right. So we're going to do this again. And where's the one with the. Uh-oh. Is it hiding somewhere? Maybe there's only one that has an angle to it. Let me see. Second one not have that same angle? Apparently not. That's why. Okay, so this next one, it has the angle, but it is not with that. You see how this one had that, the one with the elbow? This second one does not. So it's slightly different. A little different. That's okay. So this one is more upright, as you can see, straight shot. And this one has a slight angle to it. So this one's kind of like angling up slightly. But very, very cute. Of course I know him, he's mine. The center looks squarish. Neat how when you put the round shapes, it loses the squarishness. Yeah, exactly. So this technique of using these lily pad pieces, I think, are really, really sweet. Are you okay, girl? Here, do you want to go in there? Okay, there you go. She kept like hovering here, and I have this big bowl of parts that I need sorted. She's like, you know, there's a bowl in my way. You're not letting me through. Let me through. I need to get past this bowl. It's so funny. Okay. Now here's another piece that's interesting. As you can see, it's got a Technic hole in the middle. Let's see if you can see that. I know the shadows are terrible. There we go. That's a better angle. So it's got a Technic hole in the middle and then 4 clips going around. So these, and it's a Technic hole, so it doesn't secure in, which I think is okay. It's hard to tell. Okay, they want me to do 2 of these. Okay, so this will attach here. Once again, one of them has a slight angle and the other one doesn't. I'm building fast. You didn't even make me see me do the second one. Well, I think it's because it's repetition, right? Yeah. And this set, I've been building for almost an hour. And I think last week I spent about an hour and 40 minutes on this set. For those of you who didn't see last week, this was fun. This little Paris set. And don't forget, this one also had the stickers. The stickers. You could see I fixed the sticker too. Remember, I put the sticker on the back side of this, so I fixed it. But yeah, that was a fun little set. Yeah, I really like those postcards. Postcards are fun. Okay, so I'm just looking now that, okay. This is interesting because this one, they want the red. Okay. So they have the red going into here. Because I'm wondering when these leaves are going to come into play. Okay, and then this one, they're doing another one of these with the, I don't know what that piece is called, but essentially it's a Technic piece with the 4 clips around the bottom. And I think if you push down on it hard enough, then you can see that even though it's just a Technic hole, so the axle doesn't have any clutch on it, if you push down on it enough, it holds its shape a little bit. Yeah, but isn't that cute? So cute. But we're not done yet. We still have these leaves to put on. Almost done. We're close. And as you can see, all the newer manuals, they have this little step guide. So you can see we're almost to the end. And it looks like we're going to be building 2 of these long stems. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get these all prepped side by side. Yeah, I think these little sets are so sweet, and they're not that expensive, and you have something that's going to last for a while, which is nice. I have a hard time keeping plants alive. So these are perfect for somebody like me. Oops, what did I do? All right, let's put this over here. I think we have one more to put on, right? Yeah. So essentially we're just making a long stem. Yeah. So we've got these long stems, two of them that we're doing. You see two ginormous eyeballs. You're talking about these, like they're staring at you. Yeah, I guess they could be ginormous eyeballs. It is whatever it is to you. Whatever the art, the eye of the beholder, right? So you can see the long stem. And this one will go here. We're almost done. You can see it's a nice, nice look. Get that box out of the way. See if I can move my little placemat. You can see the full length of the, with one extra little orange wrench, which I know you love, Vicarious Frickstress. All right, and then we just have to put the leaves on. Now this is interesting because this picture shows them going from underneath. I don't know if I would do it this way. I'm not sure if I do it this way. What does the photo show us? Because all of these look like they're going up, like concave. Let's see. Yeah. So that's how they want them. They want them to go up like this. It's not, for some reason, it's not clutching exactly right, but you can see. So my only complaint really is that um, since it's a Technic piece, that there isn't a whole lot of clutch there. So if it gets loose, then this starts to spin a lot. So you just have to kind of push down on it. So then that way there's a little bit of friction. But there's the first one. And you can see the long stem, which is nice. And then this one has four of those leaves. And once again, you can see how, did you see how it just moved like this? So like I said, that's my only complaint about this set. I really love it, but it is a bit annoying that those move. And I guess maybe they don't have bushings in that dark green color, which might be the reason why they didn't do it. But you see how this is kind of moving a little too much? So you have to push down. So at least there is some clutch there so they won't move around so much. There we go. Yeah. So like I said, minor nit, but overall it's still a really nice set. Yeah, see, it still moves. A little annoying. But like I said, you see how, see, this is what I mean, is that you see how it's doing that because it's so loose. So slightly annoying there. It's like, make a bushing. So then that way that thing could sit in there tightly. So you just have to, like I said, use some brute strength and push down on the core. But even that, it's not always working. So yeah, that's better. Okay. So that's my biggest complaint about this set. Just this is a little too loose. Hold them up in front of my eyes. Okay, for you, Vicarious Brickstress, I will do that. But let me just get these all prepped. I'll have to get a screenshot. Maybe you could do a screenshot of me, Vicarious Brickstress, when I do this and mail it to me. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna straighten these out a little bit. But isn't that adorable? So we have two of these sunflowers. And here, let me go full screen. Okay, Vicarious Brickstress, you want me to do this. So let me know if you're going to take a screenshot, or maybe Glenn, you could take a screenshot. They won't move much when they're just sitting in a vase. Well, true. Okay, are we ready for this? And 1 or 2? If you're going to the eye doctor, 1 or 2? Cover your left eye or right eye in my case, and then read the chart and then cover the left eye. Cover both eyes. Okay. I hope somebody got a screenshot of that. If not, I'll take it later and then post it. So yes, we did the all right, let me check my smile here. Let me see if I do it this way. There we go. Now you can see my smile. Okay. Think about this, kids. You can entertain yourself and not have to take any drugs or alcohol. You screenshot it and sent it via Discord? Okay. Thanks. I will look for that. Thank you. Okay, my friends. Well, that was fun. And that was a good, nice, short hour of building. And as I mentioned, if you have some kids at home and you want a small set that's not going to break the bank, you can get these two nice little sunflowers. Have one kid work on one and the other on the other, and then you'll have this nice little set and maybe some something fun to do later. You're a fun group. Vicarious Brickstress, see what you got me to do. Lots of fun. So you're gonna run to the bathroom again? Okay. Well, I'm glad you found that amusing. One thing that I will say is that we aim to please here. Run, Brickstress, run. That might be something that, as I mentioned, I am looking at going to Brick Rodeo in April. I think, no, wait a minute. No, April is Brick Can. Yeah, so Brick Can's in April. So I'm planning to be at that convention. And then Brick Rodeo will be later, I believe in July in Houston, I think. I think it's in Houston this year. So I have those two on my radar. Traditionally, I have gone to also the ones that are on the West Coast. I will likely be going to Bricks Cascade, but just so you know, these are great. Great parts pack too. If you want lots of ores and the orange wrenches, you can see the orange wrenches kind of from this angle. And then those lily pads that are in that bright light yellow. Yeah, really sweet set. I'm so glad I got these. And next week, I mean, the other thing, we're getting ready for the holidays, and another set that I was able to pick up. And if you go to the Lego store, you better pick them up soon because they're running low. As I was mentioning during the Halloween episodes, this is the polar bears. And remember that the cat and the mouse, it's sold out right away. I mean, right now it's early November, and I will not be surprised if this sells out really fast. I think this one, if I remember right, oh, it's $12.99. It says so on the side of the box. $12.99 for this. This is great. 312 pieces. And once again, this is great. You could have one child working on one, another working on the other, bring them together, and you got a complete set. Okay, so just a reminder, tomorrow we will have Ethan and Dom at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern. That'll be our episode review of the camping episode. And as you probably have seen from the outtakes, Monster Camp. We get to hear more about Monster Camp. Okay, it's in Sugarland. Okay, in July. Okay, well, that's going to be on my radar too. So we have Monster Camp discussion with Ethan and Dom tomorrow. We'll talk about the double twist that happened on the show. And then Saturday is Chris Chalice, and he's based in England. So I'm going to be doing that show Saturday at noon. I know it's an odd time because I normally stream Sundays at 1, but I'm going to have to shift it. So I think that'll also work because I have some Australian guests that I want to bring on. And I think Australia and New Zealand, I could probably get some New Zealand people maybe on Saturdays too in the coming weeks. Decent weather, yes. Surely there's somewhere in Texas in April. Right. Okay, my friends. Well, thank you again, Vicarious Brickstress, Glenn, Brickaroo Bonsai, Brick Jedi, Quagmire, I think, was here, or Quagsire. I got to remember Quagsire. Sorry. Yeah, Quagsire was here. But anyway, just wanted to say thank you again for hanging out with me. If you like the stream, remember, because you're listening to the Brickanista Broadcast Network, and please like and subscribe to the stream. I noticed that my numbers are starting to creep up. I think because I'm doing some more also on TikTok, which has been interesting. Feel free to send me snail mail if you care to. Brickanista Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 31956, Seattle, Washington, 98103. And once again, it's been fun hanging out with you on a traditional Thrifty Thursday episode. I believe this is episode 59. So next episode would be amazing that I've done 60 of these episodes. Take a look at IMDb because especially, I don't know, Glenn and Vicarious Brickstress, if you've gotten back to me yet, but anybody who's been on either a Thrifty Thursday, Builder Insights, or Mock Improv show, those are the 3 that I'm posting onto IMDb. I haven't gotten to Thrifty Thursday yet because there's like 60 episodes that I'm going to have to put together. But I have Mock Improv up there. I also have the Lego Masters season 2. Actually, I'm starting on that. Season 3 is up there now, and those will be up soon. So please let me know. So then that way, if you want a IMDb credit, I can get that to you. But thanks again, everybody. It's been great. You want to be yourself. Okay. Okay. I can go ahead and just do that. If you're not in IMDb already, I'll just create a new entry for you. If you're in there like PT was, then I can attach you. So enjoyable as always. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And mahalo so much. Happy Hawaiian hugs. Happy Hawaiian hugs to you too. And yeah, and glad to hear that you enjoyed San Antonio and you were also there in April. You're not in IMDb. Okay, no problem. I'll put you in there. In fact, I could do that after the stream tonight because Mock Improv, pretty much all those episodes are done. I just need to attach people's names in there. So you'll have your first credit on IMDb for being on the Mock Improv show. Okay, my friends. Thanks again. You're always so wonderful to hang out with and build together. Remember, have fun. It's supposed to be an enjoyable experience. So don't stress out about the Lego Masters casting. It's a tough job for them to do, but remember that there's so many people who want to be on the show, and it's okay if you're not on the show. You could be like me. You could just talk about it and have your own little group of people who follow you and fun talking about it. But once again, thanks so much, everybody. You're awesome. Really love you all. And I can't believe it's already November. We're almost at the end of the year. So thanks again, everybody. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care and good night.